Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and welcome to Overwatch Central. It's a good job I don't go clubbing like normal people on a Friday night, because I would have missed these changes. Speaking of DJs, Lucio actually got his changes sooner than expected, and we also saw the changes to the Assault Escort maps with how they want to approach draws from the future. Let's go over Lucio. These are the changes. Sonic Amplifier projectile speed increased from 40 to 50, alternate fire now considers vertical orientation and knocking targets back, crossfade songs area effect radius decreased from 30 meters to 10, a temporary in-game visual has been added to illustrate the radius. It is only visible to Lucio and his teammates. Heal song, healer per second has been increased by 50%. Also applies to his amp it up. Sound barrier radius decreased from 30 meters to 20. Wall ride movement speed increased by 30% when wall riding. Lucio now receives a burst of speed when leaping on a wall. So what does this look like? Well, it looks like this. I've got to say, this little radius thing that you can see on the ground is a nice little touch, but you're seeing the area effect that Lucio is now in control of. Basically, he's been focused a lot more. He's allowed to do more in a much confined space, but these changes feel really nice. I've only played a little bit, the gameplay you're seeing on screen now, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You get a good gauge of how it actually works. You'll see the footage on screen as per usual as well. But also, we're playing on Eichenwald if you haven't noticed, and this brings us on to our second change. A new route has been added to Eichenwald that connects the attacking team's spawn area to the capture point, and this is basically here. It's not much of a massive change, you know, they haven't completely reinvented Eichenwald's first point here, but it should help enough to get some more flow going through that first point and taking that room on the right hand side. It basically means that a mage just can't hide out there, if that makes sense. And this goes over our final change that's pretty much in here. A tracking system has been added to Assault Escort maps that will allow us to break ties on the progress that was made towards capturing the objective. Now this is pretty much what we were speaking about earlier on today with sort of destroying draws. Playing on Eichenwald and Hanamura, there's no difference with how the game actually looks. It just seems to be that when neither team seem to capture a point, it goes off the progression of how much each team caught to try and help with dealing with the draws. So I think this actually just destroyed the possibility of draws altogether, unless neither team take the point at all. Yeah, it's hard to say what this means exactly. This is something that I think we've got to try out and get used to. But yeah, these are the changes. So what do you think of Lucio? I think this is exactly what he needed. It's hard to say whether this will fix everything wrong with Lucio, but it certainly enables that death ball style of play, if that makes sense. You have much more focused control over a little area around you, meaning that your team should stick by you, that you should stick by your team as well, of course, and that you could do much more in a much smaller confined space. Now, as somebody that often picks up the Lucio, almost feels forced into that role sometimes, I'm really excited to try out these changes in a competitive setup. I think it's going to make heroes like Orisa really strong as well, being able to sort of pick her up and move her along, if that makes sense. But it takes what Lucio's really good at and makes him much more, I don't know, gives him a bit more flair, I suppose. Just makes him less of a stand there and heal everyone kind of thing. Means that your positioning is detrimental and you can't just stand wherever you want anymore. But these are the changes. We wanted to just keep you up to speed. We'll probably cover this over the weekend as well, have a look, see what we think of these changes in a little bit more depth. But these are the changes. Let us know what you think of how this new Lucio looks. Go on the PTR, try them out yourself, and let us know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, take care. We'll see you then.